What is up, guys? Welcome back to an episode of F1 23 Mobile Racing Career. We're here for episode number 7 today for the British Grand Prix in Season 2. If you guys didn't miss the previous episode, then at the the Austrian Grand Prix, definitely be sure to go check that one out before you see this one. A very interesting episode once again. And now it's time we head to Silverstone for the British Grand Prix, as I said earlier. Should be an interesting track. We don't seem to have a lot of good pace around here in these midfield cars, specifically because they don't seem to have very good straight line speed compared to the top 4 teams then. But we should see how this ends up then. Looking at the grid order, nothing too crazy at the moment. There is a good variety at the top, so we'll see where we can stack up. Bottas, I think, was down in 12th to 13th then, so let's see if we can beat him in this qualifying session here. Coming into the first turn, no need to brake, although I don't know why the racing line is telling us to brake. Maybe one day there will be a challenge where I have to do a full Grand Prix, but I have to follow the racing line. We'll see how that ends up. But for now, we just got to focus on putting on these episodes as early as we can. And then coming through the first couple corners, not too bad at the moment here. Still looking pretty strong here. We open the DRS down towards the next part of the track here. 23.5 in the first sector. Not too bad considering where our car is at the moment, but I'm not really too sure how we're stacking up compared to our rivals. Trying to take a wide landing, cutting it back in, but the car just understeered towards the side, so we had to resort to just simply trying to get on the power as early as possible without sending the car into the gravel, into Cup's corner, flat out through here, and now coming towards the next sequence of corners. Maggots, Beckett's Chapel, of course. Very, very fast section here, trying to get a decent line through this section here, down to 5th gear, into the final section. DRS wide open as we now make it onto the hanger straight. 40.7 in the second sector here. Again, not so sure where we're stacked up against the rivals just yet, but look at the speed we've got then compared to everyone else here. Down to 5th gear here, missed that apex by I think about 5 miles at least, more or less here. Coming into the final chicane here, down to 3rd gear, actually getting a decent run through this section here. That is actually a weak point for the AI, so we actually found some decent time through that section. Across the line we go. Where's this going to put us for the Grand Prix? There was no purple sectors here. It puts us P10 on the grid then for the race, ahead of our teammate Bottas here, and behind both Mercedes there. Surprising to see both Mercedes down in 8th and 9th here, as Alcon's up there in 7th. But let's look at the grid. Perez, Verstappen, Leclerc, Alonso, Stroll, Sainz, Ocon, Hamilton, Russell, us, Gasly, Norris, Bottas, Piastri, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Albon, De Vries, Sargent, and Tsunoda round out the grid then for the British Grand Prix. Let's go then to 5 red lights then for this British Grand Prix from 10th on the grid. And it's lights out, and away we go. Sorry for that voice crack, that was a bit embarrassing I might add here, but it's a decent start for us. Gasly though gets a jump on us, Bottas gets a jump on us. We're not going to defend him too hard here. Into the first corner we go. Gasly gets held up by Russell, who I think got held up by Hamilton as they all got a bit out of shape there. Making our way into the turn 3 then for the first time here. Getting past Ocon and Hamilton with a late dive down the inside here. Just managed to keep the car on the track. Now we got Carlos Sainz just up ahead here for P6, but look at the speed that they've already got compared to us, so it's going to be a bit tough to try and catch him, considering the fact that Silverstone, is the high-speed track. Yes, Ocon tried to have a look then up or inside. Remember, the slipstream is not this powerful. We are before the update where the slipstream got absolutely beefed up to the max then, so right now we're just going to have to look to see if we can hold on to these positions or hope that they battle and they squabble enough to the point where they start holding each other up. Ocon tries to go side by side into Cup's corner. He backs out of it at the last second. Have to give him room though, but he does compromise his line. He does compromise his line a bit more than we do then, so we get away scot-free then at the first time of asking. And coming through Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel, the car feeling pretty planted through those sections here, and now we just focus on trying to keep it as clean as possible and pick up the pieces whenever we can here. Sainz has already pulled a 3-second gap to us, so not really ideal in terms of our race pace, but we'll see where we end up. I kind of figure getting Nico Hülkenberg, oh my gosh, I can't speak today. Nico Hülkenberg vibes then from like the real life, where our race pace is not good, but our qualifying pace is kind of insane here. We're putting the car up in positions where it really should not be, and unfortunately in the race it just does not turn out then, but we shall see then. Anything can happen in Formula 1, never say never here. Coming to the next sequence of corners for the second time this Grand Prix here into Village this is, and now coming our way onto the Wellington Straight using all the track available on the outside. Hamilton has now made up his way into P8 then of this Grand Prix. So we'll see how he can catch up to us, if he can manage to even catch us then. The Mercedes not having a good weekend here at the home Grand Prix. So especially since, well, I mean, both Norris, Russell, and Hamilton not looking so good here in front of the British crowd here. Hamilton in 8th. I think Russell's in 10th. And then Norris is down in potentially 12th or 13th. I think he's 13th. Because remember, Bottas did overtake him off the start then. So we'll see how that ends up here. Coming our way through the Cups corner, then now coming into the Magnus and Beckett section again. Hamilton, he's slowly starting to catch us, probably because he has that slipstream. And we're just sitting here with no one ahead to try and carry us. We don't get the greatest alignment through that section, so Hamilton's going to have a great run then down this straight. He tries to go for me. We do block it off just in time here. Looking behind to see where he's going to go before the corner. He's going to try to go to the outside. We're going to defend the inside line. He has a half look around the outside, but he does back out then. And we do manage to maintain P7 at the moment here. We still got one more lap of racing around this British Grand Prix circuit, so we'll see how we do that. Also, in front of Perez is still leading the way from what I presume is still Max Verstappen, as Red Bull did have a 1-2 lockout after qualifying, so good stuff from the Mexican to hold off the Dutchman at the moment then, but DRS isn't able to stop, so that might help aid in overtaking. Leclerc, I think, is still in 3rd, and then you got both Aston Martins, P4 and P5 respectively, which are sandwiched by Carlos Sainz. Then you got Hamilton a little ways behind. We'll see how he ends up after this lap then. I think Ocon is still hanging on at 9th. I'm not 100% sure where he is at the moment. We can't really see him on the mini-map right now. You're getting a decent run through this section here. Turning the car, hoping the car will stick there. Bottas there, he's behind Norris now, so Norris has actually made up a position, if you saw on that little mini-map then on the right side here. I mean, really not much to say about the Grand Prix itself. Mainly just been talking about the people around me here, as we're kind of in no man's land now. Hamilton, he's still under a second behind us. We're gonna have to watch him down this back straight, but I mean, we're still like 6-7 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. Not the greatest of strategies here, as we had a big mistake there out of Chapel there. Hamilton's gonna get the there comes Ocon flying in out of nowhere. He's already caught up in this mix then. Hamilton's gonna try to go around the outside here, just like he does last year. Defend the inside line here. Will Ocon be able to squeeze through? I don't think so, as Hamilton blocks him off just in time here into the club chicane for one last time here. Through the chicane we go. We get an absolute way too wide there on the exit, but we do manage to retain P7, and across the line it is going to be P7 for us. 6 points then for the team, as Perez wins the race from Verstappen. Leclerc, Stroll along the sides. We do manage though to come ahead then of Hamilton, Ocon, and Gasly finishes in the points. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone.